Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more RWBY. You guys, I am so excited to see more of the show. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So guys, I have a lot to share with you that's RWBY related because I have a confession to make. I am addicted to this show. I absolutely love it. Like something in like just kind of the retrospective act of listening to the soundtrack and just understanding the show a little bit better in that context and just kind of having it all laid out for me there, and then like jumping into volume 2 and witnessing things like the food fight and everything. I don't know, something in my brain just like triggered, and I'm obsessed with the show. I love all the shows that I watch and react to, and this one just kind of like snuck up on me because I was loving it, and then I just woke up and I realized like, oh my god, like I want to lose myself in this world. Like I do every time I watch it. I'm just mesmerized by it. I love it. So I wanted to share that with you and let you know that I have been playing the soundtrack on a loop for volume 1 now that I'm done with volume 1 and everything. So I did want to point out a couple of cool things too that I have been observing. So I went back and watched some of the trailers. This is just like on my own time. And I noticed like quite a few things now that I have some context for the show. Some of them were just like fun little things. Like first of all, the moon was fine. The moon was like whole and intact in RWBY's trailer. And now it is not. So what is the story there? Also, RWBY, I had just, like, with no context, I had forgotten so much of this, but in the red trailer, we see RWBY, like, visiting a grave, and the name on the grave, if you, like, pause it there, is Summer Rose. Is that someone related to her? Like, what? I don't know. Also, I did notice, and I meant to say something a while back, but I don't know if this is like a big deal or not. It could just be, I don't know, like what the naming conventions are in this particular universe. But RWBY and Yang are sisters, but they have different last names, I think, because I feel like they've said their names before, and Yang's last name is not Rose. So I don't know if there's like more to that story, or if maybe they're just like one took one parent's name, one took the other parent's name. But like we don't know anything about their background. We know like they mentioned having a dad, and that was it. Because there was an episode where RWBY was like, I don't think dad would like all these boys around, and Yang's like, oh, I like it good. Like my girl Yang. So anywho, also I'm watching this on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll does have a few volumes of an actual Japanese dub for RWBY. If you have not checked this out, I would highly recommend it because it is interesting to see like how some of the sentences changed a little bit. It's fun to hear it after you've heard it in English, which is so funny because usually I'm doing the opposite. I'm hearing everything in Japanese because I watch subtitled anime and other Japanese shows, and you know, if I go and check out a dub, it's kind of like after, you know, I'll always check out the subtitle first. But here it's like the opposite. So it's really fun to go and hear it, with the Japanese dub. Also, little fun fact for anime fans out there, because I feel like there probably is crossover between like RWBY fans and anime fans to a degree. The voice of John in the Japanese dub is also the voice of Connie in Attack on Titan, and probably like a ton of other people. But I recognized that it was the same actor. So just a little fun fact for you guys. But like little things like in the yellow trailer, Yang is looking for a girl, and it almost kind of looked like she showed a photo, and it almost kind of maybe looked like Blake. I could be wrong on that, but it made me wonder like, oh, is this when they were looking for for Blake when they did the 12-hour search and everything. So, I could be wrong about that, but it got me curious. And of course, some people had pointed out in the Black trailer we had Blake and I think his name was Adam, and that was like during her White Fang days, I guess. And some people have pointed out that they're on a train, and if you look at the train, it has the Schnee Company symbol on it. So like little things like that, that with context, you can appreciate it a lot more. And I didn't I picked up probably like, you know, maybe 5% of all of that because, again, just like, it just kind of feels like details when you don't. But now that I know, now that I've seen volume 1 and I've started on volume 2, it's really, really fun to go back and check out. So about last episode, yeah, I just want to go on the record as saying that food fight. I think I liked the food fight as much as I liked the fight in episode 8. And that's really saying something. And then we had like them playing a card game, which was kind of like Magic or something. And it was just so much fun. But even in between the fun, we have the trouble brewing, which I think it's really cool that we are really building towards what you can tell is going to be like an action-packed plot. You know, we had Professor Ozpin, or Headmaster Ozpin, whatever he's called. We had Ozpin meeting with somebody, and they were discussing some pretty serious stuff. And it sounds like I think it's probably the stuff that's going on with Cinder and Roman and everyone. But there's definitely, it seems like almost like a war brewing, perhaps. And we know that Beacon trains hunters and huntresses, and there's been kind of this mention a few times now of like these kind of happy, peaceful days are coming to an end, and there's something brewing, there's something around the corner. We also, speaking of that, had kind of a really cool moment with all the girls talking about you know, Blake kind of, I think it was Weiss that confronted Blake saying, what's going on? And Blake was saying, like, how can we just be cool with this? You know, like, whoever's out there isn't going to wait for us to be old enough to deal with this. Like, we need to do something. And then Ruby was like, all right, guys, let's do this. Let's fight evil. And I was like, yes, I'm on board with this. Speaking of fighting evil, we saw the two I guess they're like kid aged if they're infiltrating the school. We saw the two kids who had, you know, gone and attacked the bookstore and everything, and are working for Cinder and everything. We saw them kind of like posing as students in town for this festival in the last one, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. They're going to, that's how they're going to do it. They're not going to do a direct attack, I guess. They're going to get in as students and infiltrate Beacon. And I don't know the bigger plan for what's going to go down, but I know that they've been hinting for a while about like darkness coming, and the soundtrack has a lot of hints about that as well. And we know the moon is broken, and we know there's just all these elements kind of coming together to start to worry some of our authority figures on the show. So that's not a good sign. But I'm so loving the show. I cannot wait to see more. I can't wait to get into it and learn what's going to happen next. So what do you say we go ahead and get started? Let's go.
So, Weiss, you know, I was thinking after this, maybe we could go grab a bite to eat. And,
I don't think that's good.
You know, I've got 2 tickets to that new Spruce Willis movie if you want to make the trip to Vale.
Spruce Willis?
It's awesome.
And then timed that one wrong, I guess. Well, the stunning conclusion to the story will have to wait. Until next time.
I want to know what it is.
Did you hear me?
No, yes.
Oh, yes, she is smart. But no to the rest. I think he's barking up the wrong tree there.
I thought that class would never end.
All right, guys, today's the day.
Love their
Investigation
outfits.
begins.
I'm glad to see where you and I will head to the CCT to check the Schnee records for any other dust robberies or inconsistencies. Seeing as I'm in the
Okay.
family, it shouldn't be a problem. The White
Oh,
Family
boy.
has regular faction meetings to hand out. I have an old
Okay.
friend on the shady side of town that typically knows everything going on in Vale. Getting information out of him shouldn't be too hard.
Great, we'll meet up tonight near Yang to go over what we found. Let's do this.
That's not the yellow trailer, is it?
Son, how did you get up there?
Oh.
It's easy. I do it all the time.
You do what?
I climb trees all the time. Are we finally getting back to that place up by?
We are going to investigate the situation
You had to clarify.
as a team.
Sorry, son. We don't want to get friends involved if we don't have to.
That's dumb. You should always get friends involved. That's why I brought Neptune.
Oh, great.
Sup?
How did you even get up here?
I have my ways. Seriously,
Neptune.
can I come in? We're like really high up right now.
Well, I guess Neptune could come with me.
Nah.
Oh, I think did she kind of
I forget how big
want to
the
go with
tree
it?
is. So close.
Atlas developed the cross-continental transmit system to allow the four kingdoms to communicate with one another.
Okay.
It was their gift to the world after the Great War.
Ooh, look at me. My name is Weiss. I know facts. I'm rich.
Don't be a pest.
Ruby.
Besides, the only reason we're here is because you.
I know, but it's so cool. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture.
Oh! Oh no! Oh! Oh!
Oh,
Uh-oh. Ah!
What's this? Penny?
Yes!
Where have you been? Sorry, I think you're confused.
What?
I've got to go.
Does she not remember?
There seems to be a misunderstanding.
She keeps saying that.
Penny,
What are you...
is everything okay?
No.
Penny, please.
What's going on,
stop.
Penny?
It isn't safe to talk here.
What? What is going on with Penny? Why? Oh, no. There's something more to this. For sure. She was trying to not even, like, pretend that she didn't even recognize them. Also, I'm loving the new outfits. I am loving them.
Could you please place your scroll on the terminal to verify your identity? Perfect. Thank you, Miss Schnee.
She's practicing her smile.
Absolutely.
Kind of sounds
Head
like
over to Terminal 3. I'll patch you through.
Yang a little bit, doesn't it?
Would you like me to patch you through to your father? I think your sister Winter might be here as well.
no,
Winter.
thank you.
She
I was
has a
actually
sister?
wondering if you could find some
What may I ask is the score?
school project.
There were some sensitive documents on this list, ma'am.
Well then, I'll be sure to treat them with care.
Right.
Uh,
Very well. The data. Are you sure you wouldn't like me to patch you through to your father before you go?
Yes, I'm sure.
Well then, have a nice day.
okay, we got some info there. Oh, she has to put on a big smile, you know? Must be hard.
Why not let us know you were okay? I was asked not to talk to you. Or Weiss. Or Blake. Or
What?
Yang.
Why is that?
Anybody, really? Was your
What?
dad that upset? No, it wasn't my father.
It was whoever was in that car with her.
Wouldn't you agree? And fine? Well, that's just not good enough, is it?
Oh, these look like the, don't those look like the knights
Elysian Night.
from the, oh! The ones they just stepped on look like the ones from the trailers.
Sleeker. And admittedly, a little less scary.
He's like, yeah, less scary.
But they won't be alone. Now, the Elysian Paladin.
Oh,
Now we can have them here for years.
that looks scary.
Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Oh no. What's going on, Penny? What is Penny's? Are they on, is she on the run? Is she on the run? Who is her father? And who is that in the car with her? Who told her not to? Oh no. Penny, my girl, what is going on? Breakable things. Breakable things. It says breakable things on the crates. I love it. Ooh. Oh, Ruby! Woo! Oh my lord, Penny. Is that the same guy from the big first ep? Penny? Is she not human? Because I said that before.
Everything's fine. I don't want to talk about it. Penny, if you could just...
Was she hiccuping?
I can help you. No, you're my friend, right? You promise you're my friend?
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. Tell her.
Ruby, I'm not a real girl.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, wow. So much going on. Okay, so first of all, let's take a moment to appreciate how fun and entertaining some of those scenes were with Sun and Neptune. And I think maybe Weiss has a little thing for Neptune. I don't know. I could be wrong. But she like wanted him to go with her. And then Ruby was like, nah. Ruby, my girl. Also, speaking of girls, what is Penny? Okay, I said this when she first like came on the scene. She is not organic. I do not agree that she is not a real girl. I would say she is not organic. But I do believe she is a girl and is real. But certainly you can see how she would feel she was not a real girl because it does not appear to be organic flesh and blood. Okay, who is her dad? Because when I first saw her looking at the presentation of the new night people machines, the first thing I thought was like, oh my god, is that her dad? Did he make her? Oh my god, did he... Oh, wait a sec. Okay, I don't know about that. But that is a possibility. If he's making robots, did he make Penny and Penny's his daughter? Who told her to stay away from the girls? Was it the kind of AI voice we heard when she got in the limo? Also, Penny's back. I'm so happy. The little joke with Sun, that was so funny. Because I love that they didn't, like, it's not super obvious. You kind of have to read between the lines. Like, I do this all the time. She's like, what? Like, you look in our window all the time. He's like, I climb all the time. Important distinction. Not that I guess he's not spying on them or anything or like looking in at them, but that was just, it was such a, when this show does comedy well, it does comedy well. Like the timing and the kind of implied joke and everything is very, very, very well done. Okay, we got some new outfits in this one, guys. I'm a very, very big fan of the new outfits. Design-wise, I was never like, I thought that Weiss had a good design and a good look and everything, but I was never like, whoa, like, super into her, her outfit. But boy, that coat, though, just turning that into a coat with, like, the black lining and everything, ooh, that is sharp. They all got a little, wardrobe change in this one. I don't know if it's gonna stick, but it was just fun to see them in other outfits. I liked the gray and rubies. I liked Yang kind of had a little something different going as well, and Blake actually had like a lot of white in her outfit. I don't know if that's like a white fang thing to wear. I don't think it is to wear white, but she said she was going to try and like go to one of their secret meetings or something. So I don't know if like maybe that had something to do with it, because I just like never seen her wear anything but black before. But anyway, loved it. Okay, definitely something brewing. Definitely getting deeper into the mystery of this now. We have the mystery going on with Penny. Oh, I would be remiss if I did not mention that wonderful scene with Weiss. We know she has a sister now named Winter. We knew her dad, there was like some trouble there, and she didn't want to talk to him. But just the little things, like watching her practicing her smile in the elevator, and then having her looking at the screen, and she's like, all smiles, thank you very much. And then like you just see her reflection in the screen, like just go back to like, it just reminds me of the lyric in Mirror Mirror where, you know, she's talking about how she's so lonely and she's the loneliest of all. So I think they've done a lot of great development with her, because she was the one that at first I'm like, she comes off as abrasive because the first time that we meet her, she's giving Ruby a hard time. And we already have established Ruby as like a character that we're supposed to like. But I knew when I saw her, I'm like, she has some stuff coming. I'm going to keep my eye on her because I know I'm going to like her. And I'm already really, really enjoying her. So, all right, let's jump into the next episode.
But I was made. I'm the world's first synthetic person capable of generating an aura.
What?
I'm not real.
You are real.
Of course you are.
Yes.
You think just because you've got nuts and bolts instead of squishy guts makes you any less real than me? I don't. You're not like those things we saw back there. You've got a heart. And a soul, I can feel it.
And an aura.
Oh, Ruby, you're the best friend anyone could have.
Don't squeeze her too tight. Not too
I
tight.
can see why your father would want to protect such a delicate flower. Oh, he's very sweet. My father's the one that built me. I'm sure you would just love him. Wow. He
I
built
called
me all by
that.
himself? Well, almost. He had some help from Mr. Ironwood. The general? Wait, is that why those soldiers were after you? They
Is that
like
the guy
to
we
protect
just-
me too. They don't think it will be my job to save the world. But I still have a lot left to learn. That's
Wow.
why my father let me come to the Vital Festival. I want to see what it's like in the rest of the world and test myself in the tournament. Penny, what are you talking
Okay.
about? Save the world from what? We're in a time of peace.
That's
not what Mr. Ironwood said.
No.
You have to hide. No, Penny! No, what are you doing? You don't have to go with them! I can help you! It's okay, Ruby. We're not bad people. I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Aww.
Just promise me you won't tell anyone about my mutations, officer.
Salutation.
What happened to the other girl?
Yes, sir.
Is Ironwood the one? Oh, get out of there, Ruby. Is Ironwood the one who was given the presentation that we saw with Ozpin? I only remember that his name was James.
Where exactly is here?
Oh my god! Oh my god, this is it! There's Junior! Nice.
Guess who's back?
Okay, so the trailer already happened.
You still owe me a drink.
Can she drink?
What a woman. Sup?
Sup?
Whatever.
She had the like sunrise whatever in the trailer, so I guess so. How old is Yang? How old are they all supposed to be? I was assuming like high school, but
The masks are a symbol. Humanity wanted to make monsters out of us, so we chose to don the faces of monsters.
Grim masks. That's kind of dark.
So was the guy who started it.
Always sunshine and rainbows with you.
boy, they are really opposites, aren't they? He's so like vivacious.
Thank you! Thank you! Please, hold your applause.
What's a human doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say
glad you
he's
asked,
not a
Judy.
faunus.
Now, I'll be the first to admit, all have a common enemy. The ones in control, the people pulling the strings, the dirty, rotten humans that run our kingdoms. Government, military, even the schools, they're all to blame for your lot in life.
And that's what they're after, is to take down like the government and
they're all
everything.
pests that need to be...
Uh-oh. That looks an awful lot.
That's a big robot.
How did he get that?
As some
Yeah.
of you may, if you'd rather stay within the city,
This one guy is really into it.
but if you're truly ready
Or
to
he has a
fight for
question.
what you believe in,
He paid up front, I lent him my men, and none of them ever came back.
So where did they go?
Because Roman was there, wasn't he?
What
Somebody
kind of
pointed that
stupid
out to me.
question is that? They never came back. Who's this guy?
Don't worry about him. Worry about me if I don't find out what I want.
I already told you everything. Torchwick hired my boys, and I guess he wasn't happy with them. Which is something I can relate to.
Come on, Neptune.
They're like, hey, come on. Oh,
He can't see in the dark.
there you go. Oh, this is a cool sequence. Whoa! The show, though, it's so good. The action. This just, oh, wow.
Everyone, if you can hear me, we need them.
She's like, ah, not again.
Where are you guys?
Oh, there,
I think that was them.
yeah.
Got it.
Oh my god, this looks amazing! This looks absolutely incredible! Look at this, like, giant robot fight. I am all about this. Oh. Oh, Hank, hold on there. You don't want to be flailing in the wind like that, bro. You gotta hang on. See that his thing was also a gun. The weapons are multi-purpose. Oh, that was, oh, is that his semblance? That was cool. And now it's Ruby's turn. Come on, girl. Oh, yes. All of you, team up. Work together. Freezer burn. Is that what she said? Oh, yeah, because it's, oh. It's about to get a little frostbite in here. Oh, there it is. Yes. Boy, this isn't going to be good PR for that inventor or the Schnee company, because people just like saw this thing at that big public unveiling. Nice. I love that she has like little names for all their moves. You know, you just know Ruby is gonna be on top of something like that. Oh no! Yang! Oh no!
Don't worry. With each hit, she gets stronger, and she uses that energy to fight back. That's what makes her
Nice.
special.
Oh! Oh my lord, yes! New song too. Ice flower! I like how each combo has like a name. Like Frostbite is Yang's fire and Weiss is ice, and then Ruby is flower, and oh my god, I did not know that about Yang, that she just gets... Who is this? Who is she?
Ladies, ice cream? Always a pleasure. Neo, if you would.
Did he say meow or Niao? What the?
I guess she really made our plans fall apart.
No. Just no.
What? Wait, you
Yes.
know it.
There's a time and a place for jokes.
Was this not it?
No, it just wasn't very good.
Crime. Wait, where is Sun and Neptune?
That's a good
Probably
question.
fine, right? Probably.
They got hungry. Is that the store owner guy again? Is he just gonna pop up randomly everywhere? Oh my god! The show is amazing! The show is absolutely amazing. I just like, every time I watch it, I just love it more. It's just blowing my mind. Okay, I'm not even sure where to start, because we had so much in that. So we wrapped up the stuff with Penny. We know now she is a synthetic human. she is very much real. We know that... Okay, so I'm a little bit... This is just kind of like a naming issue because she mentioned Ironwood. She mentioned her dad made her. And I had theorized that maybe the guy we saw... I only know him by, like, James is what they said. They probably did say his last name, though. I think he's Ironwood. So I don't know if he's the one that made her. But somebody did make her, and he's involved somehow. Like, he knows of it. And she was created, apparently, to save the world. And so even more evidence that something very, very wrong is going on and something bad is coming. Okay. Everyone kind of had their separate missions in this one. I loved watching, Yang back at the club. We got to see Junior again. We got a little, I knew when she said she had a contact, I thought either this was going to be... So I guess all the trailers took place before the show. Like, it's safe to say that I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if, like, are they showing us something that's going to happen, or is it... So they were showing us stuff that happened before the show. So she went back, and that's how she knew the club owner and everything. Okay. We had... I love the Sun and Neptune at the end. Also, we got to see Sun... a little bit more in action. It was really cool. I really liked it. The whole fight scene looked amazing. And the mecha and everything. Oh my lord. But that's going to be very bad for their PR though. Because that's like the same exact robot that they were showing off at the big press release. Oops. Okay, so we had, we got to see everyone kind of doing their thing, having a little bit of like action individually or like in pairs, I guess. The scene with the with Sun and Blake at the rally, I guess you could call it, was great. I loved the action with that. I loved everything going dark and then we see them coming out. Like, the action in this is phenomenal. Animation in general looks a lot better this season. But the action was already so good that it just keeps, like, getting better and better. And it's just a delight to watch, I gotta tell you. So great action in this one. We did get, like, some info, too. We know that Penny has an aura, which we know, like, the creatures of Grimm do not have an aura. So, like, she is artificial, but she has, like, a soul, right? Because that's kind of, like, where aura comes from, right? So that's really interesting. Just in general, it feels like we're building up more and more to whatever is going to happen. And I'm glad. I'm sad about the lyrics of the song saying, like, you know, goodbye to the innocence of youth. But at the same time, I'm glad that our crew is at least enough aware of it to be a little bit proactive about it, because something is definitely brewing and about to go down. So we got a lot of world building in this one. This was great, and a lot of fun action, and just a lot of just all around fun. It's just such a fun show. Weiss's little joke at the end. Look at her trying to be funny, trying to crack jokes. I thought it was funny personally. Oh yeah, can we talk about that character, please? This new character. Was it Niao or Meow? I could not tell by what he was saying, but awesome design. Awesome effects of, like, her turning to broken glass. That was really, really cool. Really enjoying the world building and seeing, like, more powers, abilities, semblances, more action. It's really, really fun, guys. The show. And we got a new song, too. Oh, my lord. Oh, guys, I'm just loving it. I am absolutely loving it. I'm having the time of my life here. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.